Okay. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, hello everybody. So this is the team call, Made Stronger call on February the 1st. How awesome. It's already February. I feel like January was a little bit of a blur, and I'm kind of excited for another month, another chance to, like set our own little goals and meet them. Not to feel, I feel like last year at this time, all I was doing was focusing on what I wasn't doing, and my goal this year, my biggest thing is just to be brave and just to do the things that I don't really want to do every day, but knowing those little things are going to grow me. So I'm excited, and I'm trying to celebrate the small things and not focus so much on what I'm not doing. And I feel like in our business, it's so easy to get wrapped up in what we're not doing. But the key is do what we're supposed to do, and then celebrate that, right? Do what we're supposed to do and celebrate that. We're going to feel defeated if we're not doing the daily activities that we're supposed to do. So I'm excited for February. The call today is going to be fairly intense because I'm going to walk you guys through placement of people when you start enrolling people, and talk a little bit about elite qualifications and premier qualifications, but also just some little nuggets that I took away from my meeting with corporate a couple weeks ago. So we had the opportunity to meet with Joe, he is actually over like a region of Texas and specific coaches, and partially Texas is part of his region. And he told me that he did not actually open up the opportunity to a lot of people. They were very selective in who they were opening up the opportunity to meet with him. And our mama, our queen bee, Melissa, gave us the opportunity to sign up. And so I'm really glad I did, just because it's always good to sit down in front of someone and just help be reassured, but also get some guidance. And also remind us that we make things so complicated. We make things so complicated when really they're not. And if you haven't listened to National Wake Up Call from Monday, Amy Silverman always just gets down to the nitty gritty of doing what we have to do every day in our business. And if we think the top coaches are not having to do the same things we're doing, that's a lie. It's a lie that we've created in our head. Doesn't mean that they're not creating ads and they have someone helping them reach more people. True, that's fine. They may have a few more people to work with, but they're still having to train people. They're still having to get on the phone with people. They're still having to invite people to do certain things. And she even talked a lot about gratitude and looking at her business from a different angle as more of a partnership and a teamwork thing. So she invested in more lives. So I feel like we tell ourselves that they don't have to work as hard or don't have to do certain things, and it's just a lie. And those unsexy, yucky things that we don't like to do, like reach out to people because we're afraid, they do them, and we all have to do them. So I want you to join me in that being your word for the year. Brave. Be brave. And what does that mean? That means do the things that we don't want to do anyways, knowing that we're going to benefit from them, whether we create a friendship, or whether we create a follower, whether we create someone that we're encouraging. Even if we don't sell anything to them, if we're being the light in their life, that's what this is about, right? And most of the time it comes back full circle, right? So, okay. So let me get started. I wrote down lots of points and lots of things, so forgive me, I'm going to be kind of looking down. But what do we do as a coach? This is something that Joe really emphasized to me. And he said, I'm telling everybody this today. All these meetings I've had yesterday and today, he said, I'm telling everybody this. It says, what do we do as a coach? And he said, we help people who can't help themselves. We help people who can't help themselves. Well, I feel like I completely relate to that in like our healthcare realm. Whenever we're in healthcare and we have people who come in and are sick, and they can't help themselves, and that's why they come in to get help. Well, think of that from a challenger standpoint. We're helping someone who cannot help themselves on their own lifestyle journey. They came to us, or we invited them, and they realized that they can't do it alone. So they need a partnership. They need someone else to help them. So we're helping them do something they cannot do on their own. And if you look at it from a healthcare perspective, A lot of people are desperate, but they're scared. A lot of people put off going to the doctor even though they need help. What about our challengers? Do you think that there's women who really desperately need help, but they're scared? They're scared to fail. They're scared because they don't know who to get help from. They're scared that there's so many different options. They don't know really where to start. They're scared too. They're scared. But what do you think the hospitals locally do? They advertise for their services, and they usually use commercials. They usually use word of mouth. They use flyers, brochures. They're using branded things to get the word out to the community of what kind of help they can provide. What do we do as a coach? As we put out things on social media, we're putting out a brand and giving people a look at what we can do to help them. So if we're not being consistent on social media and we're not consistently telling other people what we do and how we can help them, then we're not going to have any customers. It's just like hospitals that go under. They don't have a good marketing plan. They don't have a good advertisement plan. They don't have a good way to bring in the people that they can help. So I just want you to kind of keep that in the back of your mind. It's not complicated. But if we're not consistent in showing people how we can help, they're not going to know that we can help. They think that we're just proud of ourselves and wanting to post on social media and tell everyone our life. But in reality, you and I both know the reason we're posting is to get people's attention, help them like create curiosity. So then they say, I think she could help me. I'm scared, but I really think like I connect with her and I feel like I can trust her. I feel like she can help me. So be mindful of that in your posts. Be mindful in why you've got to post 3 times a day. And know that there are people who desperately need your help. They need our help. Okay, switch mindsets real quick. My internet connection, it says it's unstable. So I really hope I've had trouble all morning. So let me know if, well, Ashley's on, but if it's fuzzy or you can't hear me or anything, please let me know. Is it okay, Ashley?
Yeah, so far so good.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's switch mindsets for just a second. Coaching. We help people who cannot help themselves. And there was like a light bulb that went off for me. And this is something that I had been learning from Mick McAllister, which is Melissa's husband, who helps her with the business. He actually goes through her back office on a daily basis and looks for red flashes, looks for holes, looks for ways that he can offer help to someone who can't help themselves. So follow me for just a second. Melissa is our queen bee. And we are directly, we're branched off underneath her, kind of like this little graphic. And if he sees a little red flag on one of my coaches, he messages me and he says, okay, Chanel, can you check on Ashley? I'll just use her as an example. Can you check on Ashley this week? It looks like she's needing some volume so that she stays diamond. And you want her to stay diamond, right? Not only for her, because she worked freaking hard for that, but it also affects your business, Chanel. So I'm reminding you that you need to help Ashley do something she can't do on her own. Maybe she didn't know. Maybe she's unaware. Maybe she's going through a hardship and she can't afford to buy that Shakeology this month or buy Energize this month to help her volume, keep her volume up. Maybe she's missing one coach to keep her active status or to keep her rank. Mick says, Chanel, what can you do to help Ashley make sure she comes out of the red so that she stays a diamond and you stay a 1-star? So are you following me? We, as a coach, we help people do something they cannot do on their own. Here's another example. My husband, he is on one of my legs. I'm growing him. So I'm pretending like it's another Chanel, right? So anyone that I sign up initially under my own business center, and then I sign up underneath my husband because he can't do it himself, right? So I'm helping him, but it's really me. I'm helping me. So if I need to I'm trying to rank to 2-star, and Ashley is hanging out over here at 1-star, and I'm watching out for Ashley. I'm saying, Ashley, you've worked your tail off. You're not going to lose your rank. What do we need to do to make sure you don't lose your rank? And I, as her coach, am saying this affects all of us. I am willing to help you do whatever I need to do. Does that mean if I have a couple extra coaches this month, I've already hit my Success Club 5, I've already hit my husband's Success Club 5, so I already have 10 Success Club points. So I have an extra coach. Ashley, do you need me to give you that coach so that you can make sure that your rank stays up? That it doesn't change anything. Just like I gave my husband 5 people because it's helping my business, I'm going to give you that coach. They'll stay under me. I'll help them. I'll do everything for them. Just on paper, they're going to be under a different person. I'm already doing that for my husband's business. I know Ashley already does that for her mom because she's on one of her legs in her business. We're helping people who can't help themselves. So sometimes that means that we literally have to help a coach stay a rank, help a coach that month with their product, help them when they can't help themselves. We're here for a reason. We're sisterhood, right? We got each other's back. And if someone has worked so hard for something and they're so close to losing it, we need to clue in to what's going on in our downline so that we can help. Because it's the life that you're changing. It's that extra little love, extra little support that they need to keep going. But for me, this is what's happened for me. When I was on underneath my other coach, my upline, I didn't get any help. There was never okay, let's do a team cup together. And if I get 12 points, I'm going to start helping y'all and I'm going to start giving you some of those points so that we can all be successful. So it has nothing to do with lack of effort. It has nothing to do with giving someone where they don't have to work hard. It has everything to do with supporting each other so that we all benefit. We all feel a sense of ownership in the team, in the business, and what we're doing and trying to accomplish. Because at the end of the day, we're helping change lives. So I want to not only help change my challengers' lives, but I want to help change our coaches, your life too. So that means that maybe I need to help you do certain things in the business. And that's what this is about. Do you think that all the top coaches are not helping their downlines? So I want to give you another example. This is our third example. And this one may help clarify it even more. So I was invited to a Norwex party a couple of weeks ago. And I had already been supporting another Norwex lady, another girl. She gave me a referral for a customer. And so I gave her like a $25 gift card, said, thank you so much. We're healthcare professionals, kind of like a sister. I kind of connected with her. So I had already purchased a few Norwex items from her. And then one of my friends, my closest friends who has supported me in my Beachbody business, invited me to a Norwex party. And it was her party hosting it. So I was like, okay, well, I want to make sure my dear friend gets the commission from that, not my other friend. And I feel like in our Beachbody businesses, it's a weird thing. It's like, well, I want to get commission, or I want, like, you worked hard, so you need to get the profit, the benefit. So I was having a hard time in my head because I was like, I don't really want my old friend to benefit. I want my new friend to benefit, but how is this going to work? And so I got my package in the mail, and on there it said that I supported a whole nother person's party. And so I was like, wait a second, I want my friend Daisy to get the benefit of this purchase that I made. I hope you're all following me on this. And so I called her. I was like, listen, I want to make sure my friend Daisy gets the commission off of what I spent at the party, because I spent more because I knew it would help her in her party, right? And then her response to me is, actually, you not only helped me, but you also helped Daisy. And then this other person, I shifted everything around, and you're actually helping a third person. So we've all benefited from your purchase. So every single company who is structured in the network marketing type of structure, not a pyramid scheme, but the way it's structured so that we all benefit, they're placing people where it benefits the team the best. So in saying all that, what do we do as coaches? And I want you to just sit on this for a few minutes. Think about it later. We help people who cannot help themselves. So as challengers, we're helping them with their lifestyle journey. As coaches, we are helping our team do things that they cannot do themselves. Maybe they don't have as many customers. Maybe they are lacking funds that month. Maybe whatever is lacking, we are a team. We are supporting each other. So that's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take to grow this business. I feel like for the longest time, I didn't understand that. I didn't see that. And there's been many months where I've hit more than Success Club 10. And what I should have done is looked at the holes in my business and said, hey, Jamie, I'm going to give you one of these coaches because you're this close to hitting diamond, and I'm going to help you hit diamond, because then you're going to get some money. It's going to grow me, and I can maybe qualify for 2-star. So it's going to help me, but I helped her. So regardless of how hard people are working, regardless of what time commitment they're investing in the business, we're a team. And so if it's going to help you, if it's going to help our team, we need to be looking for ways that we can do that. So I hope that that makes sense. That was something that stood out so hugely to me, because even Mick was telling me, he'd been telling me for a month, Chanel, she can't help herself. She's struggling. Can you help her? What can you do to help her? And I kept thinking, well, if she doesn't want it, if she wanted it, she would just get another person. But in reality, that's not always the case. You never know the circumstances. So if I want to help my team, if I want to help the overall picture and help myself, I'm going to need to help my coaches. And that's what you're going to have to do too. Okay, moving on to step 2. Number 2, we must water what we want to grow. So think about this. The areas in your business that you want to grow the most, we have to water it. We cannot expect that a miracle is going to happen and all of a sudden it's going to start growing. And I feel like some months I begged God to show up and bring me more coaches. And I feel like I was just telling Ashley before the call, so God is going to show up for us, right? But we always have a responsibility in it. It's not a striving responsibility. It's not to exhaust ourselves responsibility. It's not to lose sleep responsibility. It's a daily action responsibility. If I'm not inviting to the business every day at least 2 to 5 people, why in the world would I think that God's going to miraculously give me any coaches? He's not, because that's not how this works. He may, I'm not going to say he ain't going to perform miracles, but if we're not doing what our part, then we can't. It's just like weight loss, guys. It's the same thing. We cannot sit on the couch or half butt our workout and expect to get results. We can't cheat every single day on the meal plan and say, but I did so good, but I didn't get results, so that doesn't work. No, it's the same thing. Just like our health and wellness journey, our coaching business is the same thing. If we're not doing the daily activities, so I believe if we do the daily activities, then we're going to get abundance. We're going to get way more people interested when we're doing the daily activities, right? So if we want more active coaches in our business, and I feel like I'm speaking to most of us, right? That's how we grow. We want more active coaches. We must consistently talk about coaching and give people the opportunity to learn more. So this is something that Joe hit on in our talk. He says, what do you want? What do you want in your business? What do you want to grow in your business? If you need more active coaches to hit premier elite status, to earn more income, you need to water that area of your business. That means you have to consistently be inviting. You have to consistently be putting it out on social media and consistently offering ways for them to learn more. So I'm going to challenge you. If this is an area in your business that you want to grow or need to grow, then you've got to water it. Listen to YouTube videos from other top coaches on how they're recruiting more coaches. Watch other people's social media news feeds and see what they're posting. Look at their language. Look at how they're posting about the coaching opportunity. Melissa, I want to tell you right now, this rings 100% truth all across Beachbody, because if you are not in Melissa's page, don't worry about it. You may not be in there because I don't want to overwhelm you. But if you really want to grow your business, then you need to be in Melissa's in the Team Made page. And basically, this is exactly what she is doing. She's offering a What is Coaching call every single week. Why is she doing that? Number one, to help us invite more people to help our business grow. Do you think she's going to benefit if our business grows? Of course. That's why I'm doing this call for you, because I'm going to benefit. Our team's going to benefit. We're all going to benefit. It's not about me. It's about you growing, because when you grow, our team grows. When you grow, your team grows. So wherever we want to grow, whatever we need to grow, we have to water it. So she's doing weekly, what is coaching webinars or calls, because the only way to get more coaches is to give more people an opportunity to learn what coaching is. So my challenge for you on point number 2 is I want to make sure that you are very clearly aware that we have got to be putting breadcrumbs of what coaching is doing in our life multiple times a week. I'm not talking about cheesy posts. I'm talking about quality storytelling of how your life is different because of coaching. Even if you got a pedicure, even if you're getting your eyelashes done, your hair done, even if, like, I've been posting about these trips that I'm about to go on this year. At first, it was a little uncomfortable because I don't want it to be all about the money. But at the end of the day, who the heck does not need money? Who does not want to go to Disney and have a VIP tour for free? Who does not want to go to Mexico with some girlfriends for free? Everybody does. And I'm trying to attract my tribe. And so I'm going to post a lot about these rewards. So any gifts that you're receiving, any rewards that you're getting, any income that you're getting that is helping you in any way at all, craft posts about that. And on our new sheet that I did for our team, I'm sorry, I know the lighting is like horribly crazy. The Power of 5. I actually gave some examples of this on every day. We need to be doing 3 posts. We need to be doing our personal development or quote post. We need to do a workout post, and we do a lifestyle post. Why am I talking about this? Because when we talk about coaching, it's a lifestyle post. Every single day, we need to at least be sharing about coaching, or we need to at least be sharing about challenge groups. More so about coaching. Why? Because when you sign a coach, they're also a challenger. Bang for your buck. Not everybody's going to be a coach, and that's totally fine. But if you don't ask them about being a coach first, we lose out, right? So there's a lot of, I'll go into that in just a second as far as Success Club goes, but we need to always be asking and leading with the coaching opportunity. Number 1, for the discount, because I have a couple of ladies who are freaking rock stars and they need to be coaches, but they're scared half to death. So I'm giving them a little chance. And then what am I doing? I'm saying, you need to check out this webinar. Like, you're a rock star. You would be so good at this. And there's so many women who need you. They really need you and your discipline and your commitment. So just check out the webinar. You don't have to do anything with it now. I just want you to know that this opportunity is available when you're ready. That's what we need to be doing really often. So there's some ideas for you on how to communicate what coaching is doing for you. But where we want to grow, we have to water it. So for any of you guys who are married on there, if we struggle in our marriage, what do we need to do? We need to water what needs to grow. So we need to pay it more attention. We need to do things that are more intentional, right? It's the same thing in our business. So point number 2, I hope you got it. Okay, point number 3, here we go. This is where I'm going to talk a little bit about elite and premier and kind of structuring. So I wanted to give you a little idea of how, like, I'm at 1 star and we're like so stinking close to 2 stars. It's unbelievable. So that's my goal this month, is to hit 2 star. So what I'm doing to do that, I will show you. So I'm up here at 1 star. The way I became 1 star is Ashley became a diamond. And what Ashley did is she had 2 emeralds. So she had 2 coaches. When she signed up people to join a challenge group, she offered the coaching opportunity. And we as a team didn't do that a lot in the beginning. I think it's just, it was dumb. Because why the heck wouldn't you just offer it, especially if it's going to increase your rank and get you free leads and get you more opportunity, right? So she invited 2 people and she said, hey, do you want the discount? Because you're going to be hanging out with me for this entire 80 days for 80-day obsession. Why wouldn't you want to get a discount on your Shakeology in month 2 and month 3? So let's do the coach thing. You can always cancel. I'm going to show you kind of what I do. You don't have to do the business, but let's just sign up this way. It's going to benefit you more. And guess what? It actually does benefit them more, because if they choose not to do the business, then you're actually not going to get commission off of them. So it's kind of this, if someone is very adamant about not doing the discount, don't do it. Don't do it, because you can continue to get commission off of them. But if they're willing, she placed one of those discount or those new coaches who are really challengers on her right leg, and she put the other one on her left leg right over here. And guess what? Ta-da! She became Emerald. You can literally become Emerald in one day. If you sign up 2 people to join you in a challenge, you can become Emerald in one day. So then the fun begins. What did you just do? You signed up 1 here and 1 here. How you become Diamond is you just keep adding 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. Okay? You're going to keep adding those 1 and 1. So you're going to be well on your way to Diamond if you just continue this pattern month in and month out. The key, though, is what happens next. So when you're adding people to your own legs, I don't know if you can see this one better, but this one's Crystal. She's literally 1 coach away from hitting Diamond. So she added her 2 people. She signed up 2 people. They got the discount. You're like, okay, cool. Yay, I'm Emerald. The next person, she signed up. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, now you have all the coaches set up on your downline to that, and you qualified for Emerald, and now your next goal is to be Diamond. What you need to do now is to get these first 2 people that you signed up, or any of the coaches that you just signed up, to Emerald, to do what you just did. So basically, you're going to have a conversation with some of these people, and you're going to say, do you know anyone that was willing to join us? Even if they don't want to coach them, even if you're coaching them, it's the same thing like what I do with my husband. Even if those people do not want to coach them, they want you to coach them, you can still say to them, I'm going to have these people sign up under you so that you benefit. You're going to get a little commission. This is my gift to you for trusting me. They're going to get commission off of it, but then you are going to increase your rank. So Ashley, am I explaining that in a way that is understandable?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So you're going to just do the same thing that you just did the entire time that you signed up 2 people and that became your Emerald. Now you're going to help one of your coaches do the same thing. Friend, family, you want them to help you find people that they already know. So you say, do you have a family member, a friend, somebody, a coworker that maybe wants to do this with you? Now here's where that first point comes in. If they cannot help themselves and you've already hit your Success Club 5, because that's a non-negotiable. You got to help 3 people every month, non-negotiable. So if you've already helped your 3 people, guess what? You're going to say, I'm going to put one of my people underneath you. They don't even have to know. Well, they do, because you're going to need their coach ID. But you're going to say, for business purposes, do you mind if I put this other person under you? It doesn't mean anything. It's on paper. I'm going to coach them. I'm just going to need a little more information from you. So usually that's why a family member is one of your other Emeralds, because I have access to all my husband's stuff. I have access to my mom's information. So my mom is another account, just like Ashley's doing, is another account that you can build because you already have their information, right? So you're going to do the same thing you did to hit your Emerald status, just 1 coach under each leg, a right and a left. You're going to help them do the same thing. So that's going to look different in everyone's business. You may have someone who can totally do that on their own. You may have someone who just needs a little help, or they have 1 person, and you're going to say, I care about you and I want you to see how simple this can be. I've got a coach that I'm going to put underneath you, and then we're going to start working on some more coaches for you. So you're not giving them a way out. You're not just passing the buck. I feel like for the longest time I had the mentality behind this was all wrong. And I'm like you guys know me. I'm a go-getter, go hard or go home, do the work kind of person. But I feel like if I would have had someone show me some grace and show me some love and help me and say, Chanel, you're working way too hard. You're one coach away from diamond. I'm going to give you that one, and you keep busting tail. And you commit to me that you're in this and that you're going to keep going, and done. Like, I just feel like if I could have wrapped my head around this concept of true teamwork, true community, true beach body, like, my business would have changed long ago. So I wanted to just show you the structure and how you can duplicate this process very simply. But I'm sure you have questions. So after you watch the video, if you still have more questions, please comment below. Of course, I'm going to upload this to the team page, which is probably where you're watching it, and then just ask questions. It does not need to be complicated. You're becoming emerald and then becoming emerald again and an emerald again and emerald again and emerald again. Like, that's literally the process. But you have to know what's going on in your back office to know who needs help and where you need to put people. So I hope that makes sense as far as structure. So make sure if you're a new coach, you need to structure your business appropriately. You always need to invite with the coaching opportunity because they can have the discount. And as soon as you get anyone who wants the discount, you put someone on your right and someone on your left. So you're going to have to go to your graphical genealogy and you're going to have to do a preferred placement. You want a preferred on your right and preferred on your left. You just got to make sure. Talk to your upline if you have no idea what I'm talking about. But that's the first step. Right, left. Okay. So how does this stuff apply to Elite and Premier? So I know that there's a lot of people who have no idea what Elite and Premier is, and you have a lot of people who maybe kind of want to know, but it scares you to death. And I will say for me, I hadn't wrapped my head around, like, I think I felt like it was so impossible that I wasn't even going to look at it into detail. But in reality, it's not impossible. It's not impossible at all. However, we have to water where we want to grow, right? A lot of these things are duplicating because it all applies. So if you want to become an elite coach or a premier coach, there are certain criteria that you have to meet. And I wrote them all down right here. And I know that you can't really see them that well. Let me see if I can move this light. Maybe that will help a little bit. Okay. So the one thing I didn't touch on, and I want to just say this really quick, is there's a big, I don't even know how to, so there's a huge benefit in doing exactly what I just taught you to do on going to Emerald and then doing it again and again and again. Because when you do that, you basically keep your legs even. So you're putting just as many coaches on your right side as you are on your left side. However, in order to maximize your income, you have a strong leg and a weak leg. Your strong leg is where you get most of your volumes coming from. So my strong leg has my diamond on it. It has Ashley on there. That strong leg is creating more volume for me. And so it's a good thing because basically my volume on one side is exactly double the volume on the other side. And because of that, there is a cycle that is going on. For every 56 personal volume points. Is that right? I want to make sure I'm telling you right. Yes, for every 56 cycles. So if I have, like, if my volume's 1200, for every 56 cycles, you're going to get $11. So the more volume you have, the more times it cycles, right? So if you're doing 200 and you're cycling those 56 times, you're going to get more money, right? But if your right leg and your left leg are completely even, then you're not going to get the benefit from your stronger leg. You need a strong leg and you need a weak leg. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on that other than I just want you to recognize that you need to be putting coaches on your right side and coaches on your left side. That's basically all that means. You don't want to just grow one leg really strong. That's why it's important to look in your back office and where you're placing your people. You need to place just as many on your right side as you are on your left side, because you don't know who's going to grow. You don't know who's going to produce you volume. So you just want to make sure that you are putting people on both your right and your left. Okay, so elite and premier. All right, here we go. So for elite, you have to be 5-star. So basically what Ashley did to hit to 1-star, what I told you, she had 2 emeralds and then she built 4 other people underneath her. So she hit emerald because she offered 2 people the discount option. Well, for the rest of those 8 people, she offered a discount option. And then she went back and she said, okay, I have Adrian and I have my mom. I'm going to help them hit emerald status. Whatever I got to do, I'm going to help them hit emerald status. And so then she became diamond. So then our responsibility now is to help people do something they cannot do themselves. So then I have to look at the rest of my downline and I have to say, okay, Ashley just hit diamond. Who else can I help hit diamond? So then I have to go through and look and see who else needs help. I cannot qualify for elite or premier unless I am 2-star or 5-star. So I have to know how to hit diamond in order to help someone else hit diamond, right? And so we have to do this multiple times, and that's how our business grows. So for elite, it's 5-star. You have to have 5 diamonds underneath you. You have to have 2 personally sponsored coaches that advance. So let me give you an example of that. For me, I hit 1-star back last spring or fall. In order for me to qualify for elite, I have to help 2 of my coaches within this year hit diamond or advance to 2-star, or anybody needs to advance. So even if I have a coach that advances to diamond. Sorry, I don't want to confuse you. So basically, I'm working on my husband. Crystal is really close. I have multiple people who are really close to hitting diamond. So my focus, I have to water where I need to grow. I have to pay attention to the people who are growing and willing to work. And that was his other point. You have to work with the willing. If you have people who don't want to work and don't want to build, well, do not put energy into those people. Enroll more people and help more people, and then you'll find the people who are willing to work and are willing to receive your help. So I need to do that. I need to help 2 coaches advance. So if I do those things, guess what? If I help 2 coaches advance, what is that going to do? That's going to increase my rank. So if I help 2 coaches, it's also going to help my rank. So that's how these elite and premiers are possible, is because if you are helping your coaches grow, if you're helping your coaches advance, you get elite points and you can qualify for elite or premier. So you're going to have elite points in order to hit 5-star. So how do we get these points? So the first way that you get a point to become elite is Success Club. So for every Success Club point that you earn every single month, you're going to get an elite point for it, right? So in 2017, 2018, personally sponsored coaches in Success Club. So not only do I need to hit Success Club every single month, but I need to help 2 to 3 of my coaches hit Success Club. So this is where I have always felt like this is too much. This is too overwhelming. I don't even have enough people to grow my business. Like, I don't even have enough people who are wanting to grow. But you heard me a second ago, I have a couple of people who are so close to diamond. So as long as I'm continuing to help them, and I have 2 of those people, so as long as Ashley, my current diamond, my husband, as long as I have those 2 people who are hitting Success Club every single month, then I get elite points for that. One tip that they said is that the more Success Club points you have early on in the year, then it accumulates over time. So the more we do in the beginning of the year, the better, because it'll accumulate that point system will accumulate. So I don't want to confuse you, but the step number one, as long as you're hitting Success Club every single month, and as long as 2 to 3 of your personally sponsored coaches are hitting Success Club, that's why it's important to know if people need help. If you need to help out one of your coaches to ensure that they hit Success Club, that's like with Ashley growing her mom's business and me growing Matthew's business. Well, there's one in itself. So then now you just have to help one other person, and that should help those points. All right, second thing that you need to do to qualify is your personal volume plus your customers and coaches volume. So basically, in order to get the maximum number of points in this second category is you need to enroll at least 2 new coaches or customers every single month. Well, if you're hitting Success Club every single month, then that category is taken care of. So you just need to make sure you're at least hitting your minimum Success Club every single month, and you're going to hit that. That category is basically, it explains itself. Okay. Number 3. Your personally sponsored coaches need to have at least 1 Success Club point. So we've already kind of talked about this a little bit up here in the first option, is that your coaches need to be hitting Success Club. But down here, it's saying personally sponsored coaches. Yes, so all of your coaches, even if they're getting 1 Success Club point, then that's all we got to do. So you may have, so this is the thing, you may have business builders, and you may have discount members, and you may have people who don't want to do the business. But if you're getting you happen to be getting 10, 12 Success Club points, and I know that sounds crazy because last year that would have sounded crazy to me too. But if you're if you're showing up every day, if you're doing the business like we're supposed to be doing the business, then you can get your minimum of 5, and then you can look to see who can you help so that everyone benefits. So basically, the same applies for Premier, except you only need to be 2-star. So you just need to help your 2 people advance. So for me right now, for instance, if I advanced one of my coaches, like my husband, that will make me 2-star, but I will have only advanced one of my personally sponsored coaches. So at minimum this year, I want to be a 3-star, because that would mean I would qualify for Premier. I cannot qualify for Premier or Elite if I don't advance 2 of my coaches. So if I advance my husband, I will get to 2-star, but I will not qualify for Premier. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so all of this I know is super complicated. I know it's super complicated. And I look at this and I think, okay, how am I going to ensure that I have 2 of my coaches every single month are hitting Success Club? How can I make sure that at least 2 of my coaches are hitting 1 Success Club point every month? Well, I'm adding a lot of people. I'm doing the vital behaviors every single day, and I'm adding a lot of people. I'm having conversations with a lot of people. I'm inviting a lot of people. That's the only way this is going to happen. We constantly have to be watering what we want to grow. And I believe the ticket to all of this is to focus on hosting 80 to 90-day challenge groups. And this is just me sharing things that I've been thinking about in my head for a couple of weeks now. If we host 80 to 90-day challenge groups every single month, then that ensures that we can sign up more people for the discount and at least give them the opportunity to see what we do as coaches. That also ensures that you're going to have them on Shakeology for more than 1 month. That also gives us the opportunity to potentially grow one of their businesses, help them. Maybe they had a sister who says, okay, my sister's really interested, so what does she do? I don't want to coach her. I don't know what to do. And you say, oh no, you're going to sign her up underneath you. I'm going to coach her and help her. And then if you have an extra Success Club point, you're going to put it right underneath her. guess what that does? That gets her to Emerald. That gets her at a place where I earn points, elite points, because I've helped one of my coaches, but that's also going to help her. And it's also going to give her that little extra income that month that is going to maybe make her say, what? Okay, so I just earned a little cash from this thing that I didn't even do anything with. So that's just an example of what we can do. So think about it. You do what you want to do. But for me, I am now going to be advertising a 90-day, 80-day challenge every single month. And I'm going to now do on basically kind of an ongoing challenge group because I feel like the 80 days is a long time. And because there's people that are motivated through that 80 days, as I'm adding new people, as long as they're not overwhelmed and anxious because they're starting later, I've already had a couple of those, they're going to be motivated by the people who are already motivated. And so it's going to help build momentum in our business, but also build momentum within the challenge group because not everybody's going to be starting at the same time. So I feel like it's a really good thing and a really good opportunity. So just think about that. But I feel like if we're signing people up for an 80-day challenge, they all commit to getting the discount as a coach. Well, that's going to help us with points. The trick is helping one or two of those people every month hit Success Club. So that's where you have to be constantly talking and pouring into your customers and your challengers and saying, you got results. Who in your family, who at work needs help? I want to help them. And as a gift to you, I'm going to give you some commission. I'm going to give you commission off of this because I'm going to structure them underneath you. That's going to give them confidence too. And it's going to give them that little incentive. And then it's going to help us build. It's going to help us help one of our coaches hit Success Club. They may not even be wanting to grow the business, but you help them sign up their family or friend, and they got money from that, and you hit one of these elite or premier goals of your own. So it's a big picture, guys. This is a big picture thing. So, okay. And I'm going to leave you with this, I think. Build who you have and work with the willing. So that's what Joe said. I think I already touched on that, but he just said, who's willing to let them help you? Or help them. Who in your business would let you help them? Say, hey, I'm going to give you a little bit of commission because I just want to put this person underneath you to help you, give you encouragement, give you a little bit of love, and then it's going to help us too. It's going to trickle all the way up and help the entire team when we do it this way. So work with the willing. Not everybody's going to be willing to do this. I'm going to be willing to look at it this way, and that's okay. Don't spend a lot of energy on them. And watch your personal volume every week. If we see red, we need to fix it. So this is just my personal journey on coaching and not paying attention to the back office and losing rank multiple times. Basically fear. I never want any of my coaches, any of you guys, to feel like this is only business and that I'm on your back or I'm checking in only because of business. But the reality is that you're working so hard. You're here and you're listening to this for a reason. I don't want you to lose your rank and lose your confidence and lose all the things you've worked for, all because of one issue that maybe you needed help with purchasing Energize for the month so that you could get your volume. Or maybe you needed a coach because you had 5 people quit, but you're working hard and you need help. So I'm telling you right now, as your leader, you need to tell me if you know that you're about to get into that situation so that I know I need to help you. So maybe instead of helping one of my new customers and helping them grow, maybe I need to help you that month because maybe you're having a hard month. Like, that's what we are. That's the kind of community we are. And when we all start tapping into the fact that we're helping each other, we're going to grow. we're going to grow personally. We're going to have this empowerment in all of us that is like, dang, if she's going to do that for me, I'm going to do that for someone else. If I just earned this kind of income this month, all because she helped me and I feel much more confident, I want to do the same thing for somebody else. So that's really what becoming elite and premier are about, is helping the people who can't help themselves. So, okay, I'm going to leave you with this last thing. To become a 5-star, this is the average that they're doing every month. Their average Success Club points are Success Club 15, and their average coaches who hit Success Club are 3 to 4. So people who are 5-star diamond, that means they've opened up their second business center. That means they're earning a significant income with Beachbody. All of them are that's their only job. They're hitting Success Club 15 every month on average, and 3 to 4 of their own coaches are hitting Success Club, 3 or 4. So I know for some of you that sounds like a ton, but when you're working towards diamond, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, these elite things, premier things, then that's not too far-fetched. It's not. If you have any working coaches at all, you need to be offering your help to them. And if that means you need to give them a coach, if that means you need to do whatever you got to do, that's how this happens. That's how you qualify for these goals. That's how your business grows. And you can't tell me when you start helping somebody else have confidence, seeing growth in their own business, that it's not going to create momentum in their own life and then their own business. It's a trickle effect. And then they're going to do the same thing for somebody else. So, woo, I just laid it all out there for you. And gave you a ton of information. But I'm excited. I really am. I have grown so much, y'all, and I hope that you have seen that in me. And my desire is to continue to grow as your leader on every single level. I mean, conferences, I've just went to one last weekend, and it was so amazing. And I'm going to share some more takeaways from that probably on my next opportunity, my next call. But this stuff is possible, but we have to do the work every single day. We have to. So I tried to make it as simple as possible to do your Power of 5 sheet. I literally gave you everything you need to do. I gave you the posts that you need to do every day on social media. I gave you the friend requests, the messages, all of that. I gave it all to you. If you need more of a specific call on how to work this Power of 5, I can do that too. But I've already done a video before on this. So if you need it, just let me know. I can get on a one-on-one call with you. I'm here, but I have to work with the willing. And if y'all aren't willing and you don't want to call to grow or learn, well, I got to search for more coaches to do this with me. I am on a freaking mission. I'm on a mission. I got a ranch to purchase and a business to grow and more women to do this with me on the same mission. And so I want to be there to help, and I'm here. I'm here. I've never, ever said that I'm not here, but I got to know if you need any extra help, right? So, because I want y'all to be on the ranch with me. Hello. And don't forget, for anyone who rank advances to diamond, you're gonna be my guest in Mexico in April. Yeah, my husband can't go. Ashley's already going. So I want to bring a guest with me. And if you hit diamond during that time, I'm going to take you with me. So, this is my heart. I want to inspire you and motivate you and reward you just like I have been rewarded. And, it's a beautiful thing. So, okay. I think I'm done. Ashley, I know I said a ton of stuff and you may be in the middle of your appointment, but I want to make sure that you don't have anything to add or don't have any questions.
No, it was perfect. It was perfect.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, well, we're done. I will put the recording up ASAP, and I appreciate those of you who believe in this like I do, because there's some really good things coming. I can just feel it, and I'm willing to put in the work, and I hope you are too. Bye, guys.